Hi guys, today I have prepared a lecture on how to create a Pvsyst project, your first Pvsyst project, and add geometrical site or geometrical data to your site. Let's jump right in. So here is the first window when you open your Pvsyst version 7.2. You see that we have several project design and simulation, grid connected, standalone, and pumping. Today we are focusing on standalone project. So I'll click here on standalone project. Once I'm here, the first thing is that we are here to create a new project. So at the panel on top, you can see that we have new, load, and several other stuff. So I'm focusing on new project. So I'll click on new project. And here under project's name, I'll write a name. Let me give it a name like practice or Pvsyst practice. So let me type here Pvsyst practice. Once you have written the name, we have this section here where we have the client name. This is where you write the name of the client, the person you are working for, or the institution you are working for. And before you can provide the client name, you have to define the client. So you come here where you will define your client. Let's say that I'm defining a new client, so I'll come here, new client, and we can write in here the name of the client. Let's say this is brand. You can type in brand maybe Koech. So that's the name of my client. And then from there, you can write the personal contact of the friend, maybe 07 and blah, blah, blah. Once you've written the name and the contact of the client, the next thing is that you save the profile of the client. And if, for example, you're working for an institution, you'll type in here the name of the institution, and you can even import the logo of the institution. Once you have done that, you click OK, and it will take you to this window where you're supposed to do the saving. You just click save. Yeah, we are done with creating the profile of our client. And from here you have the client list, and our client is just here right at the bottom here, brand Koech. So we select and we click OK. Once you have defined the client and the project's name, the next thing is now to choose the site. If, for example, you visit the database contained in your Pvsyst here, and you find that the name of the particular location that you are looking for is missing, that means you'll have to use the map and you download the geometrical data of that place. For instance, in this case, I'm looking for, let's say, Eldoret, which is in Kenya, and I'm missing it. I cannot find in this list here. So the next thing is I'll cancel this page. I come back here where it's written new site. So I'm adding new site. So here I've just clicked it, new site. From here we are going to use the map, which is very simple than using the name, because from the map you can be able to select the exact location. And so let's use the map. So I'm selecting Eldoret. Eldoret is a town in Kenya, in Africa. So I'm here in Kenya. I'll give it a few seconds to load. You can see it becomes more clearer. I can move on to try and find my location. So Eldoret is just right here. Let's see. takes a few seconds. And that's Pvsyst, which is almost on near Eldoret. So let me still try and get Eldoret. Oops, it's too much. So Eldoret is in Uasin Gishu. Uasin Gishu is a county in Kenya. So let's try and find the place. Let's give it a few seconds. Wow, we have found our locality, our local town here, Eldoret. So the next thing is that you accept the selected point. So from here, I accept that selected point. That's Eldoret. From here, we can be able now to download the geometrical data file and add to the database of the Pvsyst system. Everything is defined here. Site name is Eldoret, country is Kenya, region is Africa. From here you can select that there are several databases where you can download your file. For me, I'll prefer meteor 8.0 because it's so fast and simple, and all the data is their files contains everything. So I'll click here, import the data, and I'll give it a few seconds to load. So the data is now imported. You can see in the screen here, each and every column is filled. The next thing is that you will now have to save this data. You just have to click OK. And do you want to save? Just save the file. It's now saved in the database. Just click OK. And also a synthetic hourly meteor file has also been generated. Save it as well because it will be useful in the simulation. Click yes, and then save the file finally. Once that is done, the next step is now to define. We can now save the project. Once we save the project, then we will go to the next step, which will be now doing the actual simulation where interesting stuff will begin. So I'll end it here and see you in the next lecture.